Hello, this is Leisha Breen with Journey to Greatness, 365 days to your best year yet. And I was reflecting on my journey to greatness, which really began the day I woke up and became aware of the way I was living. This happened unfortunately, when I was about 56 years old. And I remember talking to my mentor and asking him, what's the one thing I can do to really get my life on track, to set it on a trajectory toward abundance? And I wasn't necessarily referring to wealth, but abundance in all areas of my life, with my relationships, and at the time, furthering my formal education and my work ethic. Every element of my life, I wanted to experience abundance. Well, his answer to me was this, oddly enough. He said, Leisha, if you want abundance in your life, you need to stop running on autopilot. And so today, we're going to talk about autopilot and our precious moments in time. We're going to ask ourselves, how are we spending those precious moments in time, and how important it is to stop living on autopilot so that we can get out of our own way, so that we can really pay attention to how we're spending our most precious resource, our time. Join me. The other day I was working on my YouTube channel, and I accidentally ran into a YouTube video, a picture of a very young girl, her name Sophia, 16 years of age. And it looked in the picture on the YouTube channel as if she was crying hysterically. And I thought, why is that beautiful young girl crying with such remorse? And as I looked down at the title of the YouTube channel, or the YouTube video, it said, "My cancer has come back worse than ever." Now, at first, I felt a huge lump in my throat and my stomach dropped. But something in me said, you've got to look at this video. And I noticed that the video had been posted about 2 or 3 years ago. And I hesitated to hit play, but I did. And here on this video was this beautiful child of 16 who said, I don't know if I can get through this, but I need to share this with you, my viewers. And I knew the information was going to be very sad, and it was. This little girl had been posting for a couple of years her battle with cancer. And she had just gotten her CT results back, and the cancer had spread throughout her entire body. The chemotherapy had not worked. It had come back with a vengeance, the cancer had. And she was quite upset, understandably quite upset. She gave a warning to her listeners that I want to share with all of you. And forgive me, but I'm going to reach over and grab a piece of paper that has her exact quotes, because I don't want to misquote her. This young lady had been posting for years and had actually won an award for her posts. I think they were called the Shorty Awards on YouTube. And in this video, she expressed how her cancer was not reversible without some miracle, which she did not expect to happen. And she said this to her viewers: enjoy every moment, because life is so short. Enjoy every moment you're going to have on this earth, because you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. And she went on to say that people complain about the stupidest things, and they have no idea how hard some people have it. This young woman went on to travel the world before the cancer got to the point where she was in hospice. And she did so with courage and strength and humor, at 16 years of age. Reflect on Sophia. If anything, go take a look at her YouTube channel, and I have it down in the description, because I think it wakes us up, and we all need to wake up. Some of us will complain because we go, oh, I'm too old to do this or that. I'm 63 and I'm out there working it, and I will to the day I die. And some of us will say, oh, I'm too young to pursue this or that. Or I just don't have this gift, or I don't have that gift, or I don't have that talent, or I don't have the ability. You know, I don't want to speak for this young lady, Sophia, but I'm going to, because I don't think she would disagree with me. If you're 60, 70, 80, 90, and you told Sophia on that day that she was crying with such a broken heart about her longevity ahead of her, if you're 50 and you said, hey, Sophia, I'm going to give you life at 50 years of age, Sophia would have taken it. And mind you, she was 16. She would have taken that amount of life from 50 on and lived it to the fullest. And because she was a very productive young lady, she would have used that life at 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, whatever she was given, and she would have lived it with enthusiasm and productivity, because she knew that life had value. She knew at 16 years of age that our moments matter. And that as long as we're alive, we're breathing, and we're able-bodied, we can make something amazing out of that time that we have left, because not you or I know how much time we have. But you see, we need to break out of autopilot so that we really can live up to our ultimate self, so that we can create the abundance that is available to us. But we can't do it if we're only living half conscious. And we don't want to wait until we have a moment like that little girl, Sophia, where we're facing death straight on. And that's when we wake up to how precious this gift is. I'm 63. I've lived 63 long years. And a lot of those years were amazing. And when they were amazing years, it's when I took charge of my life, when I was aware of what I was doing, and I set myself some amazing goals and made them come to fruition. Was it hard sometimes? Yes. Was it worth it? Yes. We're happiest when we're working toward a goal. We're happiest when we're struggling and working toward creating something bigger than we are today, when we're growing, when we're developing. Sophia taught me a lesson, or reminded me of how important it is that our moments really matter. And the odd thing is about this story is that, well, through algorithms, all of a sudden, there was an entourage of these YouTube videos involving young people that were dealing with stage 4 cancer. In some cases, they beat it. God bless them. But in many other cases, these 20-somethings, they lost their life to this battle. So sad. And if you're alive and you're listening to this today, well, then I recommend that you take a look at one of those videos, and that look at how lucky you are to be alive right now, with all the opportunities sitting in front of you that any one of these 20-something-year-olds would love to have in front of them right now. Don't run on autopilot. Don't waste your precious life source. Grab it, and run with it. Make mistakes, but get out there and live life in honor of all these young people who weren't able to do so. Don't run on autopilot anymore. One of the quickest ways to overcome that natural mindset is through mindfulness meditation. It allows us to wake up. It allows us to become more conscious. It slows down the monkey mind so that we can get control of what's going on between our ears. So thank you for being with me today. I hope you've gleaned something from my rant. Now, as always, we are going to do a mindfulness meditation that's about 3 minutes, and it's a great way to start this process, this practice of mindfulness. So sit down, sit up straight in a dignified fashion because you are dignified, and let's get to work. Okay, are you ready? Today we're going to meditate on what we like about ourselves. So I'm going to have you sit up straight, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, and then we're going to release through the mouth. So let's go ahead and close our eyes, and let's begin. All right, are your eyes closed? Deep breath in through the nose, and then out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now I want you to reflect on a characteristic that you really like about yourself. Not a physical characteristic. Something about your personality, something about your personhood that you're proud of, that you feel good about, that's a good, strong characteristic. What is that characteristic in you? I want you to reflect on that right now. With that characteristic, how can you take that into your day-to-day or this week? And how can it help you bring more success into your experience? How can you use this characteristic to help you get along better with others, with maybe those you work with or your family members? How can you use this characteristic to benefit you and those around you? I want you to reflect on this for a moment. Now take a moment and think of this personal characteristic and how you can make it even stronger. How can you build on it this week? What are the steps and the actions you can take to make this beautiful characteristic that resides within you even stronger, even more profound, even more beneficial for yourself and those around you? When you're finished, I want you to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and release through the mouth. And a deep breath in through the nose and release through the mouth. One more. Deep breath in through the nose and out through your mouth. Thank you so much for joining me on this mini mindfulness meditation today, and for my message on stop running on autopilot. You know, it's something I have to work on a daily basis. I still slip into those moments often of autopilot. I'll become reactive. I'll get angry for no reason, or depressed or sad, and I'll have to reflect on why I'm feeling like that. What is it that triggered those emotions? What triggered that reactivity? But it's when I start playing private investigator and asking myself some solid questions, becoming aware of those moments where I don't remember going into those moods or those reactive states. It's when I become aware and conscious and become the observer of my behaviors and my thought processes and my emotions that I'm able to take the control back. And a lot of times taking that control back is just by taking those 3 deep breaths in and releasing through the mouth. Because we give ourselves enough time to give ourselves pause, to step back and reflect on how we're responding. It's when we do that, we're giving ourselves the gift of becoming aware and then being able to steer our moments in time on a path that is positive and productive for us. Now, I hope I've given you something to think about. Thank you for being here. If you're interested in my material, please subscribe. And I also have a podcast that is available every day where I offer a mini mindfulness meditation at the end of the message. And that's Journey to Greatness, 365 Days to Your Best Year Yet with Leisha Breen. And it's available on iTunes, Spreaker, iHeart, any place that you might be picking up your podcasts. They're free and they're positive and they're a great way to start your day. All right, until we meet again, God bless. Be bold, be brave, and always, always be your authentic self. Bye for now.